The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Beatty Field here in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. We are ready for our second soccer broadcast of the season as the Chieftains play host to the Louisburg Wildcats. Wildcat versus Chieftains weekend rolling along here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We are going to turn it over to the PA announcer shortly here for some starting lineups.
At this time, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. During our starting lineups this evening, your Chieftains are accompanied by members of the Tongi FC Soccer Club. First up tonight, the starting lineup for the visiting Louisburg Wildcats. Number 8, Ethan Sharp. Number 9, Owen Marsh. Number 10, Colton Blue. Number 11, Jacob Brown. Number 14, Emmett White. Number 17, Cole Glover. Number 20, Jose Cuevas. Number 22, Dan Minster. Number 25, Caleb Feldkamp. Number 34, Will Showalter. And in goal, 00, Evan Moreland. The Wildcats are coached by Bobby Bovaird with assistance from Ben York. And now, the start. starting lineup for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. Number 1, Jackson McWilliams. Number 3, Aiden Van Millsworth. Number 4, Jamison Brightman. Number 6, Andrea Colombano. Number 8, Caveman Albert. Number 9, Lachlan Voss. Number 10, Gavin Shute. Number 13, Cole Kessler. Number 23, Lachlan McCrae. Number 27, Emery Weiser. And in goal, number 0, Jose Moreno. The Chieftains are coached by John Orndorff, with assistant coaches Parker Us and David Freeze. At this time, we would ask you to rise, remove your hats, and face the flag at the south end of the field as we honor America by the playing of our national anthem.
And just like that, we are ready to go here. A special Thursday night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It should be a good matchup tonight. The Chieftains and the Wildcats. This is the second of 3 Tongi versus Louisburg broadcasts tonight. We had volleyball this past Tuesday over on the Louisburg Sports Live channel. Wildcats winning that match 3-1 against the Chieftains. And then tomorrow night, of course, we'll talk a little about it all throughout this broadcast. A big football game here at home. The number 3 team in 4A, Louisburg, coming to take on the number 4 team in 4A, and Tonganoxie. Should be a great matchup there. A little interesting note here. The Chieftains in a bit of a rare stretch right now. This is their 3rd match within the last week. And you know, for playing 3 soccer matches in the span of a week, that is a lot of work and a big load on the legs and just on the body overall. It started last week. They had a 2-0 win against Junction City. This past Tuesday, they were on the road at Bishop Miege. Ended up dropping 1 there. A valiant effort nonetheless by the Chieftains. Looking to get the final score there was 3-0 in favor of the Stags. And now they come into tonight back at home playing in Frontier League as they host the Wildcats.
We got a beautiful night for it, partner. Beautiful. 73 degrees here.
It's a beautiful, beautiful night, and it's only going to get better from here. We got a cold front coming in later tonight and the early morning hours of tomorrow. I know the kickoff for tomorrow night's football game is going to be in the mid to high 50s. It's going to be perfect compared to what we had about a week ago where it was 95 degrees in parts of the Kansas City area.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cramping issues with the athletes, too.
Yeah, that was quite something. But now as we're starting to bleed into October, it is the weather hopefully will start to cooperate a little bit more as we're underway here in this match. Chieftains and Wildcats happening here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Biggest change, obviously, from the starting lineups you saw there. Jackson McWilliams, the senior goalkeeper for Tongi, not in goal tonight. It'll be Jose Moreno, the junior, taking the reps back there. Jackson, only for the 6th time in his varsity career taking the field. He's playing the striker position. I give credit to the family member, Lucas McWilliams, telling me all this before, so give the credit to my source there on that one. But he told me that it's a little bit of trying to make a little bit of a change offensively for the Chieftains. They've been a little bit in a slump offensively as of late, coming off a shutout 3-0 against the Stags, coming into tonight trying to get some offense going. So they bring Jackson McWilliams out. He's played a total of 25 minutes at the varsity level outside of goalkeeping, and he's got 5 goals to account for. So for all the mathematicians at home, that's a goal for every 5 minutes that he has been out on the field. Corner kick, but it comes into goal. Lost it for a moment, but collects it.
Wow, that was close.
For devastation for the Louisburg goalkeeper. Waiting to get rocking the double zeros to heads. Evan Moreland for the Wildcats. Big save there.
Was that Jackson Williams that had the corner kick there?
I believe so, yes.
Well, he was bending it like Beckham because that was hard to handle.
Like we talked about, this Chieftain offense looking to go on the attack here. Trying to get it down was Lachlan McRae, but still trying to work it along that far sideline. Tough defense on the Wildcats, forces it out of play, but still in favor for Tongi. Looking in the area of McWilliams. Couple players in the area. It gets ricocheted and it goes far right. And Moreland will slide down to stop it, but it'll be a throw in for the Chieftains. McWilliams in the area. You also had Jamison Breitzman in there as well. Header opportunity from Henry Weiser is deflected and kicked out of the box for Louisburg. But McRae picks it up and he full head of steam now. Trying to attack on that left side. Looking for an outlet here. He finds McWilliams. Had it knocked loose for a second. Wildcats trying to get it back on their side of the field here. They have been suffocated so far early by this Chieftain offense just in the first 3 minutes of action.
Yeah, most of the action so far has been on Louisburg's side of the field.
Another one streaking down the field. Weiser trying to run it down.
Nice steal.
Has control of it for a moment, trying to get by his defender, and it's knocked out of play.
Chieftain corner kick.
And we will have a Chieftain corner kick coming up here momentarily. Was looking to give it to McWilliams. The defender jumps it, though. Trying to bring it back the other way. Up it goes to White. Finally leaks into Wildcat territory, but it'll just get escorted out of play that time. So now the Wildcats really their first prime opportunity to try to go on the attack here. Maybe get a goal. Still battling for it along that far sideline. And it's going to be Tongi on the throw in here. This one taken away by Columbano, trying to get it up to McWilliams, and wisely Louisburg again just booting it out over on the track. Not wanting to give him any kind of one-on-one opportunities, heading towards Moreland in goal. Throw-in takes a couple bounces to Weiser. He's going to try to stretch it along that right side, trying to go back over the middle, and a crowd of Louisburg Wildcats there to meet it. Sideline to Van Middlesworth. Columbano looking for something to try to do with it back to Van Middlesworth. Getting right to the teeth of that Louisburg defense. Another one knocked out of play. I admire the kits that the Chieftains are rocking tonight. I saw they debuted these right about, it's been about a couple weeks now, with the gold tops and the red shorts.
Yeah,
I
those
think
are sharp.
they are sharp. I think it's something that gold has been a part of the color scheme for all of Tonganoxie sports, really, for a really long time. In my opinion, it's been criminally underused in a lot of things. But we've seen the basketball team have a gold alternate. We saw the baseball team earlier this year. They broke one out for their senior night, and now we're seeing the soccer team with it. So now the question is, who's next? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it next? I always remember as a young athlete, whenever you just got any really change up in any of the uniforms, because I think it was like primetime Deion Sanders would always say, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good.
Yeah.
And that's definitely true. I believe it's something fresh. It's a new look, and it's something that nobody's really ever seen before. Miscalculation there. McWilliams was trying to go on the attack. It's up in the air momentarily. Still trying to fight for control here. Louisburg having it for the moment. Chieftains not giving up on it so easily, though. Yeah, both these teams coming in tonight. Neither of them really having the season that they had envisioned, but still trying to close it out strong here as we come down the stretch in October. Lewisburg 3-9 overall in the year, so you know they're looking for a big win. As for the Chieftains, like I said, in the middle of a 3-match stretch right now, they are 4-6-1 on the year, so trying to just maintain that leverage above Lewisburg in the standings, but also just pick up a win. Just to pick up a win and make it 2 wins in the last 3 matches for this Chieftain squad. Looks like they also have a match coming up this Saturday, the 7th, at KC Christian as well. So a weekend match for this Chieftain team. Now I'd like to know, because I can just imagine after about, if I was out there just playing one match in 1 week, my recovery time, who knows what that would look like. It's pretty common, I think, when you play 2, but when you have 3 in 1 week, and you can even throw in Junction City's match last week as well. I mean, you're talking about 4 matches in the span of maybe 8-9 days, something like that. I mean, that is just absurd. I got to imagine that there are a lot of tired legs on this Chieftain squad, and a good task for this coaching squad to try to get them rested up, healed, and ready to keep on going as we come down the stretch in the final leg of the season. Opportunity possibly brewing here for the Chieftains as Bretzman with it, looking to get it up to Jaden Weiser, but it goes out of play. And Lewisburg will throw it in.
Yeah, the miles these young athletes put on their legs is unbelievable in a soccer match.
The thing that's nice, obviously, as we get into October, we've mentioned it already, but the weather starts to cool down a little bit, because when you're playing in that late August and then pretty much the majority of September, outside of maybe the last weekend or so, you're out there playing in some hot weather, and especially when you're out there on the turf, that amplifies the heat a little bit. So you at least have that working in your advantage, knowing that cooler weather is going to prevail and come out, but still, this is a lot of wear and tear on the body coming close into postseason play. That's why it's just so incredibly difficult, no matter what the sport is, to make a run at a state championship or anything in any sport. Lachlan McRae kicking towards goal. It was quickly whistled dead. Right as it left his foot. I think they're just going to have him go back and reset. Yeah, it is no secret. Obviously, you and I, not the soccer experts, but I think the more and more we do these, the more and more we do learn.
Yeah, no question.
That is always good to know. Good to take away. But
yeah, one thing for sure, Lachlan is a star on the basketball team. He should be in shape.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Lachlan, we saw him just as a freshman this past year on the basketball court.
Yeah, he's just a really good athlete.
Yeah, and I remember that during the first football game of the year against Mason Linwood, because Braden Bolin, also on the varsity soccer team, him and Lachlan, really good friends. I remember Brendan was coming in, and we were talking with him. He's a great broadcaster in himself, and he was doing PA announcing, and Lachlan was a spotter. I remember Lachlan McRae walking right by our set going into the booth. And I just remember looking at him, and I was like, "Who? Like, are you Lachlan McRae? Like, this is insane. He's just grown up
he's matured
so much.
too.
And he's still only a sophomore, so
Yeah,
I mean, there's still
amazing.
even more room." So he talked about all through basketball season last year how crucial it was when he was getting more and more involved, taking it his way from just freshman on the bench to sixth man off the bench to in the starting lineup. And now it looks like he's had a great offseason. He's been training. He's been working out, clearly evident. You know the stamina is going to be great here playing soccer, but here's a good opportunity. Bretsman had it knocked away.
That was close.
It was just him and Moreland, the only thing in his way between a goal, but one of the Wildcats able to poke it away at the last second. And that was the best look that the Chieftains have had, or either team has had, so far tonight. Only about 27 and a half minutes into this one, but that was big. Again, for an offense that we said having some struggles, looking to get something going. You would love to try to get a good shot on goal there at least, but I'll just tip the cap to the Louisburg defense.
15, Isaiah Munis, and 26, Carter Washington.
Both teams making substitutions. Imagine to be the first of many here in this contest. Tonganoxie bringing out 3 players, including Jackson McWilliams, and also in there Emery Weiser and number 13 Cole Kessler. Also a good thing tonight, because we talked about McWilliams not being in goal. One, maybe try to get some offensive spark going, but it's also a good chance for Jose Moreno, the junior. Obviously, with McWilliams playing the majority of goalkeeping, he doesn't get a whole lot of looks at the varsity level back there. So this is kind of a little bit of a preview for the coaches, for the fans as well, to see what this young man might have coming back for his senior year next year. But still just getting those varsity reps like we talk about it. I'm sure people probably get tired of hearing you and I say it, but when you get those underclassmen or those less varsity experienced players into that varsity level, getting them that experience, it pays off huge dividends.
Oh, it makes a huge difference, no question about it.
Perfect example, I'm predicting Lachlan McRae.
Right.
A free kick from the sideline. Curling coming in. Goal and a lot of traffic. It was loose for a second, but the Chieftains right on top of it. It's Bretsman trying to get going with the head of steam. Kicking it upfield. Gannon Sontag fresh off the bench. And now the Chieftains are going to be set up here in some good real estate. Overhead throwing. Coming back. Columbano. Looking left, kicks it in right, across the way it goes from Sontag, straight up in the air. Sontag in the area, deflects it off his thigh, and it'll go out of play. Throw in near side, contested by Gavin Shoup. Not giving up easy, and good defense, Isaiah Manis. Like a little bit kind of the aggressive style of offense we've seen so far from Tonga. They've been keeping that ball on the Louisburg side of the field for the vast majority of this contest so far, as we are getting closer, about a little under 4 minutes away from the halfway point. This is something that we've seen just in past games that we've done. It's been the Chieftains that really been struggling to get it on their offensive side of the field, but tonight, completely different story. Fighting for that ball was Lachlan McRae right in front of the Louisburg bench. It'll be Wildcat ball. And Lachlan will just let it go to Moreno. Plays it off the left foot and kicks it back in the direction of Lachlan McRae, trying to direct some traffic, puts a good boot into it. And right there to deflect through the air, Colton Blue, number 10 for the Wildcats. Sontag on the way to steal again. And a little bit slow to get up. Right about the 45-yard line on the Louisburg sideline. Trying to get a number on that. Clutching around on that right knee, but he appears to be okay. He's going to be running back into frame here momentarily. We're going to have a stoppage on the field, and we'll see if there's going to be a substitution incoming for Tonganoxie. It appears not. Looks like Coach John Orndorff's just going to let him out there and let him keep on playing. Splitting the defenders there. Lachlan Bond has a head of steam and gets knocked off his feet. Whistles are blown. And that is a penalty without a doubt. That's be a yellow card too. As a matter of fact, we'll call that. It's number 17, Cole Clover, a junior defenseman. And taking the job of defenseman a little bit too serious there. And that's a prime example of why I could never play soccer when I was younger, because I treated it too much like football. Or basketball. That's very, very true. Lachlan Bont just had a full head of steam, was making his way, and had both feet off the turf momentarily, came crashing down. Yellow card is called. So we saw Clover made his way over to the bench. Now kick. Chieftains looking to attack here. It was from Van Middlesworth back over the middle, but it's behind the net. I think it hit on the outside part of the left post and went back behind the goal, but that'll be setting up another corner kick for the Chieftains. This is where we saw them score last time we saw them back in September against the Spring Hill Broncos. It came off a corner kick. The ball kind of ricocheted around. It was headed in by Bretzman. Lachlan Bond soaring in again. Still has a handle of it, poked away. Chieftains try to keep it down at this part of the field. Wildcats trying to get some breathing room for one of the few times in this game as we are getting closer to the 20-minute mark.
Good steal.
Van Middlesworth looking on the left corner and just missed his spot.
He bended it a little too much.
Just a little too much. Sorry, I'm letting the game clock try to catch up. Put the clock on screen here.
2-player substitution for Louisburg.
The 2 players will be coming in for the Wildcats, and we'll have some for Tongi as well. It's going to be number 33, Levi Lindholm, and number 28, Wesley Johnson. Saved last moment by the Chieftains. I think they're going to say that was out of play anyways. And back in control for Louisburg. Good handle from Van Middlesworth, getting it to Sontag, getting some space from his defender. Now trying to kick it back up the field, trying to run it before it goes out of play is Carter Watson. Last touch by the Wildcats, it'll stay down here. Now the substitutions, and Lindholm and Johnson will come in for Tonganoxie. Again, and Sontag will come out as well, as it would appear to be Carter Watson. Chieftain corner kick, no, not corner kick, just throwing it in. Good show of strength there on the overhead throw. Getting it down right around the box from Lachlan McGray. Deflected off the thigh of Jacob Brown of Louisburg. He'll do it again. Headed out by Louisburg. McGray trying to get it to his teammate, but it's intercepted. Taken back the other way. And finally kicked out of the zone by Louisburg. McGray doing battle down there. Emmett White.
Oh, nice job.
Chieftains out trying to go back on the attack here. Pass a little bit errant there.
Like Lachlan McCray can dribble on the pitch as well as the court.
You can say that again. Ball tracked down by the Chieftains and knocked out of the zone again for Lewisburg. And this has been a match so far, in case you're just now joining us. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. The Chieftains have been controlling, I'm just going to say possession of the ball, at least on their side, their half of the field for the whole entire game. Like, this has been a rare oddity right here. And if it's been on the Lewisburg side, it's been this very case where it's just been cleared out of the zone. And the Chieftains just got to basically start over again. But Louisburg has not had any chance to really get on any kind of attack and try to get any offense going. The Chieftains have had a couple of decent looks, just haven't been able to capitalize on any yet. We see what the Wildcat offense can try to do here. Going the wrong direction right now. Shakes loose of one Tongi defender, and still that's been right on his track. Another one cleared out of the zone. I think Lachlan McGray will just escort it over to Mourinho in goal, as he will scoop it up and clear it out for Tongi, coming here near side to Lachlan Bond. It'll be Silas Kirkhoff, number 18. Looks like he'll be the next substitution coming in for Tonganoxie. Ratsman again, Aiden Van Middlesworth. Oh. Good feed up ahead. Trays a little bit too long. On the left side, Levi Lindholm. That's who he was looking for. That was a great feed, though.
It really was.
Aiden Van Middlesworth.
Substitutions for both teams. For Louisburg, number 9, Owen March. And 25, Caleb Delkamp. And for the Chieftains, number 18, Silas Kirchhoff.
Looks like it's going to be Lachlan McRae that'll be bringing the ball into play here for Tonganoxie, heading over to that corner. He's going to get a little bit of a running start before he throws it in play here. Going towards the middle, headed on, but just wide left again.
That was a really good throw in by Lachlan there. Just missed the header.
I put it in perfect position, right in the box. And the header attempt, well, it was good. Placement just a little bit too far left of the left post.
Chieftains keeping the pressure on the Wildcats.
And not giving them any breathing room whatsoever.
Very aggressive.
Moreland brings it in, two hands around the midsection, bringing it in to that rally. Showing off some of the handles there.
Wow.
Look at you go, young man. Gavin Shoup, what do you got? Shoots towards goal, and Moreland brings it in. Had it loose for just a moment. Was trying to bring it in to his chest, but able to bring it in quickly before Levi Lindholm could have a chance to do anything with it. Are you impressed with that gentleman's car?
Well,
just drove by?
he's trying to impress the whole town.
So we saw him during starting lineups making the rounds right here off State Avenue, and
He keeps that up, then Tongi's finest might have a chat with him.
Gray looking for Breitzman, has him for the moment. Back towards the box, towards Breitzman again, but knocked in the air by Louisburg. Still in the air. Really up in the air now. It's going to come down Lindholm in the area, headed out by 17, Cole Clover. And the Chieftains will just get it out near midfield in the circle and try to reset. Lachlan Bond shipping it far right sideline. Still kept in play. But it'll roll out there.
Substitutions for Louisburg, number 5.
Substitutions in for both Louisburg and Tonganoxie.
Number 1, Jackson McWilliams. 29, Ethan Butler. 27, Emery Weiser. And 13, Cole Kessler.
Williams, Kessler, Weiser, and company coming in for Tongi. You heard the great PA announcer say through the...
They had a whistle here. I don't know if we were set or not.
Just make sure everybody gets set. Everyone's good to go. Now it will be planted and booted away here momentarily as we barrel towards 10 minutes left to go in this first half. And it's really been all Tongi so far, but still just no points, no goals to show for it.
Yeah, if they give you points for time of possession, Tongi would be doing really well.
Skied into the air. Chieftains trying to corral it. Looks like they do for the moment. Another kick towards the box. Jackson McWilliams was who they were looking for. Knocked in the air by Clover. Ball is still loose. As Moreland was trying to come in and secure that ball, but it still was knocked around loose.
No, they're going to say that was last touch by a Tongi player.
It was fortunate for Moreland that it took a bounce over on that left side. If that would have went back over towards the middle of the field on the right side towards goal, who knows what could have happened there.
For sure what the goalie was trying to do there.
He's looking for, on the near sideline, he was looking for Feldkamp. As it goes past Feldkamp again. And this Tonga defense, they've just been vice gripping this Louisburg offense on their own side of the field. Home crowd asking for a handball there. We're not getting one. Here's a good chance for the Wildcats. That was bringing it across was Owen Marsh, but quickly back in the air and back on the Chieftain side of the field, at least for the time being.
Yeah, Chieftains briefly had numbers there too.
Go. Push up.
We'll have a whistle here to stop play due to the pleasure of the Tongi faithful here. As you can hear the moans and groans.
Yeah, that was looked pretty clean from where I sit, partner, but I'm not an expert.
You can definitely tag the expert role to, to either one of us. I think we're still in that beginner's phase. Maybe starting to get into the moderate phase. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I always think though, because in my mindset, I'm football minded comes first, and anytime I just see light contact like that, I always just say, let him play, let him play. Nothing broken, nothing bleeding, no one's crying. Let's just play. Let's go play ball.
Sit there. Good job.
Another great chance here. McWilliams with control of it. And the kick is good. He's getting his reps in for tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, somebody else has said the same for tomorrow night.
Substitution for Louisburg, number 5, Brody Boveri.
Saw a couple people putting the hands towards the air.
Yeah, that's good.
Field goal.
Wrong sport.
Correction, number 10, Colton Blue.
Yeah, he can save plenty of that for tomorrow night, though. We will not complain about that one bit. But try to bring it down for tonight, though. Let's get it on back. Let's get some
focus on that
net.
white,
Yeah.
that white net instead of that yellow crossbar.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah, we've been fortunate to watch him develop as a place kicker too. I mean, it's just been unbelievable.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of good options laying down in front of him. That's for sure. So when this fall sports season comes to an end and he has some time to just kind of relax, and hopefully he gets picked up on the
Substitution for Louisburg,
recruiting trail, because no matter
Jose Cueto.
if he does decide to go, whatever school is fortunate enough to have him, they're going to get a good, not only a good athlete, but just a good person and a great
Good
student athlete.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah, young man has it all.
Go. Push up.
I just looking to maybe add on a goal for tonight. Be the nice cherry on top. Both offenses deadlocked right now, 0-0. Not 0-0, it's 0-0, or maybe it is 0-0, I don't know. Saying 0-0 just doesn't really sound right, but
No score.
no score. I said maybe that's it. I think I might still be at towards the top of that beginner class, I think. We'll see. Getting close to 5 minutes until stoppage. Wildcats now with a little bit of momentum running up the sideline, but
Going
stopping
away.
him by Lachlan Bond.
Stolen away. Nice job by Lachlan. Woo!
Taken by Dick and Jaklovich. Up to McWilliams. It goes on the near side. Looking to go on the attack. Kicks the ball on the right. Tried to recover, but poked away before he can get on the attack. And the ball will be in possession of Louisburg after it goes off the thigh of McWilliams. So he was sliding in to try to stop that ball, making its way upfield. Williams trying to break free there. Maybe feel like he was kind of held on to. He's got his hands up. A little bit of frustration, but not getting the attention from the officials, at least at this moment. Now I got 4 minutes left to go till stoppage. Back towards the box, up into the air.
Nice steal.
Weiser coming back towards the middle. Moreland able to bring it in again. And it bobbled loose again for a moment, but brings it in on that far right post.
That's at least Tongie's third shot on goal.
Substitutions for both teams. For Louisburg, number 24, Micah McKittrick. And for the Chieftains, number 4, Jameson Brightsman, and 6, Andrea Colomano.
One more set of substitutions here for the Chieftains, trying to get some fresh legs out there. Under 3 minutes left to go until stoppage. Maybe trying to find a way to get somebody to break free and get a goal. Right now, got to lock it down here defensively. Haven't been in this position very much this whole entire evening as Louisburg taking a header towards the net. It goes well to the right. And wisely just letting it go out of play. Lachlan Bond put the charge into it, skips at the 45, gets it up. Jaden Weiser on the other 45. Chance here. McWilliams trying to direct traffic, throws it near the goal and headed out uncontestedly by the Wildcats. Lachlan McGray, throw it in again. Another beautiful rainbow beauty. Morley coming in, actually swatting that away with the right hand. Now Moreland starting to get some more confidence and a little bit more aggressive. Later here, coming out just swatting that one away, not giving the Chieftains any chance at a shot on goal. They're not completely out of the clear yet. Aiden Van Middlesworth in control of it right now, gives it up and deflected. That was Cole Kessler.
1 minute left in the half.
Final seconds will tick down here in the first half. It's been a scoreless first half so far. As number 4, Jameson Brightsman had control of it. I feel like I missed a week or something recently. I don't know. Rusty. Back towards the middle. Another great look.
That was a great setup. Doggone it.
A great feed from Van Middlesworth back over the middle. I believe that was Jameson Bretsman that he was looking for. One more chance here for the Chieftains. Headed straight into the turf. Bretsman trying to break free, kicks it up, but it goes far out. It'll roll onto the track, and that will do it for this first half of action. No score. Both teams still sitting
And that's the end of the
at
first
0.
half. Your score tied 0.
We're going to get some bills paid here. Play some commercials. We'll be back a little bit later on here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haugen at Midwest Chiropractic offer caring, high-quality, and comprehensive care, including chiropractic care, acupuncture, and school and DOT physicals. Now offering Saturday appointments in Bonner Springs and Tonganoxie to better serve you. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Welcome back in on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. The Chieftains squad coming back out of the halftime locker room. It's still no score in this contest against Louisburg. And I think this is one of those talks during halftime where I think as far as just possession and control and pace and overall everything else in this game has been going the way of the Chieftains. They just haven't been able to get that ball in the back of the. I mean, yeah, that's really it. I think outside of that, you got to imagine the game plan's got to be, it's from a 101 level of you and I's understanding. It's got to be just trying to, more the same.
Just finish.
Exactly. Chieftains had about 4 or 5 really good looks and good shots on goals in that first half. Some just not going quite into the goal. Others been decent plays by Moreland in the box, but we're looking to try to change that here in the second half. And real quick, just while we do have time here, obviously it's really difficult to get all the commercial spots played during a soccer match, so I just want to give a special thank you and a shout out to all of our great sponsors here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It is without you guys, we would not be able to provide this excellent platform for our student athletes, their loved ones, and their families back at home, and of course for the community of Tonganoxie, and
for those loved ones that don't live locally.
Exactly. I mean, so no matter where they are, it's through the support of our amazing sponsors, people can watch Tonganoxie Sports Live all the way from Tonganoxie to the coast, east and west, to even out of the country. As we've heard some great stories about people saying that this platform has been so great, helping them stay connected with their loved ones that they can't make it to the games no matter what the circumstances, and we wouldn't be able to have and hear those great stories without all of our tremendous sponsors. So,
and it's not just the athletes; it's the dance team and the marching band and
everybody,
senior nights and homecoming, all those kind of things they can see if they're not able to be here in person.
Sorry about that, folks. It was on my end, not your end. As this game gets a little bit later, we'll kind of preview what the rest of October looks like on Tonganoxie Sports Live, because we got one more soccer match coming up and one more volleyball match coming up, as well as the rest of our Friday Night Lights coverage of the Chieftain football team. And I find myself in this position every year. It feels like week one, the first Friday of September, and then you blink and we're coming up close to week 9. The last Friday of October, it's like, where did all the time go? What happened?
Won't be long. We'll be into the winter sport.
Oh yeah, I'll be back home in our Crow's Nest in Chieftain Arena.
Yeah,
that beautiful, beautiful facility. And we've had broadcasts from a lot of worse places than the Chieftain Arena. But we always got a great setup here at Tongi, from the press box here at Beatty Field to Chieftain Arena, and even at the fairgrounds when we do baseball and softball. We got a great. It took a couple years, a couple tries of doing it, but we figured out a good system. So we're pretty set here at home. And always taken care of course, by all the administrative people, from the principal, Cody Witt, to the athletic director, Josie Eastis, and many, many more, even in the Tonganoxie Booster Club. People really take care of us around here, and we could not appreciate it anymore. It's great. Now both teams, goalkeepers flipping ends, so now the Wildcats will be attacking the east end, and Tongi will be attacking the west end. I guess actually technically, if we're going
north and south.
North and south, yes. I was just going off the way I was looking at it, and I was waiting for you to chime in and be like, actually, mister, I could tell the time by looking up at the sun and its positioning. Your awareness of where you're at geographically and which way you're facing, you're much better at it than I am.
That just comes with time and age, unfortunately.
What was it like back in the days, though? I mean, when your parents said you need to be home, from playing with your friends or whatever, like they wouldn't tell you a certain time. It was usually just, when the sun goes down or the street lights come on.
Yeah, when the street lights came on, time to come home.
I see.
And something different then than now, in most cases, was we had a sit-down dinner every night at home. And you went out and played till got too dark to see. But I digress. Simpler times.
You should start a podcast. Start talking about.
Oh, I wouldn't want to compete with the Kelsey boys.
Well, a missile on goal, but just stays a little bit wide left, I think.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Yeah, you get that a little more straight, even right at Moreland in goal with the amount of pace and speed that ball was coming in at. You still got to put it on him to corral that thing without it ricocheting around. He does a great job of it right there, both hands. Right around the eye level.
It's like the 6th shot on goal for the Chieftains. Nothing to show for it yet.
I mean, this has been the story all night for Louisburg so far. If you're a Wildcat fan, it's anytime they've been trying to go on the attack, it's just been a lot of gold jerseys around them. He's kind of kick it out of play, and Tongi just takes back over, or they just take it away like that. Was trying to thread the needle up to Gannon Sontag. Lachlan McRae, he's been doing a lot on the defensive end, now trying to lead the charge and get something going offensively. And it's going to be Louisburg ball after it last touched out on Sontag right in front of the Tongi bench. Trying to get it to White. Trying to go around 3 Chieftain defenders and not able to do it. Sontag, good feed. Gets it up to Bretzman. Feeds it back to Sontag. Gets by one man, goes across the box and could not finish it. So I believe Silas Kirchhoff was the man there. That had all the makings of a goal there for the Chieftains. Just can't put it in the back of the net. It's just a matter, you're sitting here, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it's going to happen for Tongi. Straight liner up the sideline and going out of play. No one has a chance to get a foot on it. Chieftains trying to come back on the attack here now. Bretzman kicks it, ricochets off the back of the goal. He takes a spill down onto the turf. He appears to be okay. I don't know if they're calling it the turf or the pitch. I know they.
It's the pitch.
It is the pitch, yeah. Gray has at the 35, trying to rainbow it down. Goes down to Sontag and company inside the 10. Shot straight up in the air by Sontag, a sliding attempt to knock that ball loose. I'm going to say last out on Louisburg. Lachlan wasting no time here. Header, wide right.
I guess number 8.
This time keeping it here in the middle of the field and deflected off the right knee of McRae. Van Middlesworth down to Bretzman, and he got knocked down there. He's
kind of looking for a foul, but nothing coming from the official.
Yeah, he's still trying to negotiate with him. The official saying, "Not this time, young man." I just have to imagine if you're a Louisburg coach or a player right now, I think you're starting to look up at that scoreboard and you're seeing it's still 0-0, and
you're thankful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the minimal amount of offense that they've been able to even get going. And so far now, 48 minutes into this thing now, and I would say the Chieftains have had firm control of it for about 46 of the 48 minutes.
Yeah, no question.
If there were points or half points or anything given for time of possession, Chieftains would be blowing them out of the water right now.
Yeah.
Chieftains coming back on the attack, coming near the middle of the field. Pass went a little bit errant there. Wildcats with it now. It's good again. I always hear about it sometimes. How can you find a way to, try to maybe increase scoring or make it maybe a little more interesting in soccer, try to get more fans. I think a great place to start is you see there's a little space from the crossbar of the soccer goal and then the actual crossbar on the football goal post. I think if you find a way, if you could thread the needle through that thing, you should get like 3 points. You know, like at skee ball when you just get it right in that middle hole, the smallest one,
or a half a point.
Or something. I mean, it can ricochet between the two, but if it comes out on the other side, get a little something extra for that.
Substitutions for the Chieftains. Number 1, Jackson McWilliams, and number 27, Emery Weiser.
Or you get into overtime, you have a kickoff, try to kick it through the uprights. You can actually, place the ball back at literally like the 50-yard line. I'm going to running start, and it just keep going back and back and back.
Well, in the playoffs and the World Cup, though, they do have penalty kicks.
They do. Yeah, they have some extra. I believe they have some extra time, and then it gets into penalty kicks, and there's no ties. And when you're playing for a cup or a grand championship like that. So I remember then the World Cup being in December this past time around, and watching Argentina and France go at it in the final.
They almost threaded that.
I just watch it come down to penalty kicks in the World Cup final, and Mbappe with France and Lionel Messi with Argentina. It's just
players substituting in for Louisburg.
We talk about it like the World Series and then playoff baseball. You hang and you live and die by every pitch. Can you imagine when the World Cup final and the World Cup championship's on the line, you're stepping in there to take a penalty kick? Imagine if you're the goalkeeper in that scenario. Like, what's the pucker level at?
Yeah, it's got to be pretty high.
I mean, my goodness. And that's from the fans as well. I mean, you're just sitting there and you're just waiting and either pure elation or utter distraught. There's no in between.
Well, ABC knew what they were doing back in the day when they called it the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Folks across all Kansas City sports are very well aware of that. We've seen, especially my mind always goes to the 2014 World Series. You got the tie and run 90 feet away, and it's popped up, and then you go and win it the next year. Obviously, the Chiefs getting dismantled by Tom Brady and the Bucs in the Super Bowl. And even Sporting KC, they've had some MLS Cup championships, and they've had some tough losses as well. So
mine goes back to the first AFC championship game at Arrowhead when we were playing the Patriots.
Yep. First year is Patrick Mahomes coming off his first MVP season, throwing for 50 touchdowns. And
that game made the NFL change the rules for overtime.
Well, it wasn't that game. It was the Bills and Chiefs overtime throw in the divisional round, where finally, when the Chiefs benefited from it, then they wanted to change it. I digress, but that's definitely one that definitely you saw some grown men cry when they were heading back to their cars in the parking lot. I may or may not have been one of them, but
I can neither confirm nor deny that report.
Well, we're sitting here speaking, to the Chiefs and the World Cup. Obviously, it's been no secret Kansas City's going to be a host site for the next upcoming FIFA World Cup. The real question is, what is it going to take to get you to go out and see a World Cup match at Arrowhead?
I don't think I'd be able to afford it, the way they're talking about what ticket prices might be.
I don't know.
I mean, that's one of those things that's, once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
For here in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, I imagine the United States will probably have another, at least in my lifetime, hopefully your lifetime too, but maybe have another chance at it. That was some unnecessary shade. I apologize about that.
Well, I was beginning to wonder about the Chiefs. It took them 50 years. I saw their first Super Bowl victory.
Is this it finally?
No. And I had to wait 50 years to see the second one.
Yeah. When the World Cup, if they ever, outside this next turn, they ever come back to the States, the big markets, that L.A., New York, maybe Dallas, Chicago, those big markets are always going to get them. I'm hoping to get to the point where whenever a big event like that does come, that Kansas City gets pushed into that conversation of, you got to go there. I mean, they're, the fan atmosphere, and especially soccer here in Kansas City, too. I mean, it's grown in such massive popularity just in the past 10 years.
You can see about all the really nice soccer pitches that are being put up.
Yeah, my mind always goes to the Garmin Sports Complex in Olathe.
Yeah.
And Shields had a nice soccer complex put up down on 135th Street in Overland Park. I mean, it's been massive, massive growth in this area, and I think that was a big part too in FIFA's decision to elect Kansas City as one of the host sites as well, because even down at Power and Light, that atmosphere down there is going to be a lot of soccer fans flooding down at Power and Light if they can't make it to Arrowhead. It's going to be a great time whenever that time comes and the World Cup is here in Kansas City and in the United States.
So start saving now.
Yeah. So far, getting just 5 minutes away from the half-point mark of the second half, and it's been, like we said, you want more of the same, and we're getting a little too much of more of the same for both teams from the first half. Tongi been in control for the majority here. Louisburg really hasn't had any looks on goal yet. Meanwhile, Tongi have had a lot of good looks so far, just waiting for that one to sneak by and get through in the back of the net. Rexford trying to get it back over the middle, and a liner just too high. And it's been a lot of that.
Substitutions for both teams. For Louisburg.
Yeah, it's an 8 or 9 shot on goal.
Number 9, Owen Marsh, and 25, Caleb Feldkamp. For the Chieftains, number 13, Cole Kessler.
It's to the point now where you almost wonder if the players, if there's a little bit of frustration that starts to set in, that's like, we are literally out here dominating this game, and we have nothing to show for it. Imagine that's got to bring more motivation. Yeah. Try to get a goal and change something about it, but.
Well, I'm sure they're doing everything they can, but it's just not worked out so far. But things can change quickly.
Wildcats electing to go short, not working in their favor here. Another shot on goal, a worm burner, but brought in by Moore, the goalkeeper. That's the 10th shot on goal for the Chieftains.
Good hitter.
Go, 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 go. Let's go.
Traveled about 20 yards through the air, right at from the 50, and took a bounce right at the 30.
Tongi's ball.
As it's just a little under 24 hours from now, we were going to have kickoff of tomorrow night's highly anticipated football match between Louisburg and Tonganoxie. It'll officially put a wrap on what we've been calling Wildcat Weekend here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We had the soccer match tonight. We had Louisburg versus Tonganoxie on the volleyball court on Tuesday over on the Louisburg Sports Live channel. And no better way to cap it off than tomorrow night's game on the gridiron. Declan Battle, one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the state of Kansas. And his undefeated Wildcats, number 3 in the whole entire class of 4A. They are coming in. They're going to have their toughest test against Tonganoxie, as will Tongi have their toughest test in Louisburg. We're going to find out a lot about the Chieftains for sure. The Wildcats are going to find out a lot about themselves as well. It's, I think, about the perfect time in the season, too. You're about 2 weeks away from the playoffs. Let's have a playoff caliber match or a game right there at that time. A little bit of a measuring stick. Louisburg trying to close in on their second straight Frontier League title and their third since 2018. They currently sit atop of the standings, undefeated. As for Tongi, they currently sit in third, sandwiched in between the Wildcats and the Chieftains are the Broncos. After they won their game against the Chieftains, they have the head-to-head advantage, so that is how it falls. Another one sent wide left by Aiden Van Middlesworth.
I believe that one was deflected.
the thing that's so crazy for me about this Louisburg football team as well is we remember how dominant they were last year, shutting us out, beat us like 48 or 49 nothing at their house. And they had 16 seniors on that squad.
I know.
All are graduated now, and yet here they are just picking up right where they left off.
They didn't rebuild, they just reloaded.
No. And they had a lot of their key contributors on offense. You know, we said Declan Battle, Ashton Moore in the backfield as well, among many others in the receiver corps. Their offensive line, they had to, 4 of the 5 starters this year are new, so that that's a big piece. But they've seemed to have figured it out. When you're going out averaging 40 points a game, and you're one of the, I believe, the second best scoring offense in Class 4A. I mean, you got something going.
Yeah, no question.
It's just going to be a great matchup. And kickoff for that game starts at 7. We're going to have our pregame coverage starting at 6:30. We're going to have a lot of in-depth breakdown and analysis. And just the usual pregame lineup. We'll have starting lineups for the Chieftains. We'll have pregame area matchups. Recap briefly last week's matchup against Bonner, 55-0. Tonganoxie victorious in that one. A lot of attention, a lot of eyeballs are going to be on that game. It's very rare, too, because you got 3 and 4 will be playing tomorrow, but I'm sitting there believing that that's the biggest game in 4A. Well, Bishop Miege and St. Thomas Aquinas, number 1 and number 2 in 4A respectively, they're also playing tomorrow night. So
Going to be a good night for Friday Night Lights.
No doubt. Not sure if you can even watch the Miege and Aquinas game for free anywhere on YouTube, but I know you can watch the Tonganoxie one for free right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tracking it down before it goes out of play. Cater Albert. Lachlan McRae with it for the moment, going back towards the middle of the box, but headed out. Chieftains will still remain control for the moment, getting away from Weiser back in the middle. And Middlesworth back to Weiser. It was ricocheted and deflected, still near the goal and knocked out of play again, but we might. Yeah, we're going to have a Chieftain corner kick coming up here. This might be it here if you're Tonganoxie.
Let's hope so.
Try to get that thing to float the right way and try to get ahead or something on it. McWilliams blown by his defender near the middle, and another one sent out, and they will just let it roll, and we will have another corner kick upcoming.
You're going to have McRae do it.
There it is, finally. Scoreless no more. The header is good. Emery Weiser.
Nice job, young man.
Breaks this tie 1-0. Chieftains on top of the Wildcats. Let the music play, baby.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't have like an in the booth camera to see you and I dancing like a couple of goons up here.
Yeah, it could be entertaining. And we've got conference with the officials going on here. Oh, clock adjustment.
I believe I hear they're going to
18 minutes.
18 minutes.
So, the Chieftains can just keep it on the offensive side of the field. Should put this in the.
I mean, this is really now. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah.
And you're 18 minutes away from.
Yep.
Another victory. Yeah.
Getting the result you want. Yeah,
Weiser with it again and deflected up in the air off the defense from Louisburg. Coming in out of nowhere. Call him RKO. Cater Albert. Knocked out of play.
Another shot on goal by the Chieftains.
They got their eyes on more than just the one goal. It's going to be a corner kick. He'll be booted in by Jackson McWilliams. Curling in, low liner, shot straight up into the air and out of play behind the goal. But the first goal finally comes at the 18-minute mark. Finally, Emery Weiser, the junior, number 27.
Did a nice job of heading that thing in. But let's give Lachlan McCray a good shout out for a great throw in, too, from the corner. Put it right on his head.
And for Lachlan, I mean, he's got that great touch, too, in the corner, just throwing that ball in and putting it right in the middle of the box where traffic is. And I think it might have taken a bounce, or I know the goalie looked like he was maybe just a little bit out of position, but nonetheless, Weiser was right there, put a header into it, into the back right side of the net it goes.
Chieftains on the attack again.
Cater Albert again, tracking it down.
Hustle.
Puts his defender in the spin cycle right into the chest of Moreland, but brought in, but nonetheless, great effort from Cater Albert. Another low liner right at the back of his teammates. Weren't even really looking for it. And in that tight suction Chieftain defense right back at it.
Substitution for the Chieftains, number 4, Jamison Brightman. Along with number 26, Carter Watson, and 33, Levi Lindholm.
Wrightson, Watson, and Lindholm will all come in. 3 substitutions for Tonganoxie. Booting it, trying to get down to Brightsman. And it will roll out of play for Louisburg. I looked at maybe the best chance for Louisburg to get something going offensively, at least in this entire second half. They're really going to have a tough time here, under 15 minutes left to play and down by 1 goal.
Well, the ball handling skills of Tongi has been
Substitution for Louisburg, number 13.
on show all night long.
Yeah, from Aiden Van Middlesworth, Jamison Brightsman, and Gannett Sontag as well, Lachlan McRae. I mean, there's been a lot of great skill out there, but as far as just overall control, like we say, like time and possession in football, I mean, that's been drastically in favor of the Chieftains by far.
Is it a penalty? I didn't even hear a whistle.
I heard one faintly. See now Tongi retreating back to defend their goal. Wildcats still on the attack here. Ethan Sharp ready to boot it away. 13 minutes, you're only down 1 goal. It just takes one to try to tie, possibly advance this game into some extra time. So it's headed out by that Chieftain wall defense right in the end zone. Both teams looks like they're making a substitution.
Number 20, Jose Cuevas. For the Chieftains, number 28, Wesley Johnson. Louisburg corner kick.
This is the chance here. You got a corner kick coming up for the Wildcats. I think this is where you got to say just how limited your time has been at this end of the field. I think it's almost like you got to get something here.
Yeah, the sense of urgency has to be there.
No doubt. And in the air, it's fired, skips around on the ground. It just booted straight back into the air. It looks like we'll do it again.
Louisburg corner kick.
So not going any air time on that last one. Let's see if they elect to do that again. This time, long along the left side, missed on the header attempt. Chieftains just force it out of play. It was Emmett White, the junior, for the Wildcats that had the best chance today. You saw him soaring through the air and try to put a header on goal and just missed. He'll be the one to throw it in. Chieftains immediately getting a hold of it, but whistles blow. Looks like in for some kind of infraction on the Wildcats. They resume play as McRae boots it up near side. Van Middlesworth. Gator Albert.
Whoa.
A solid thud picked up by our crowd mic. Have you never heard of a big truck in Tonga with a train horn on it?
Yeah. Impressive.
That was like common practice here when back in my heydays of high school, 2014, 2018. He said, no, I don't want that ball. I want that ball. Throws it in. There's that train horn again. Weiser with it with the left foot. Brought in and corralled by Moreland in goal.
Be a Tongi throw in.
I've been currently trying to find, because I know while this match is going on, there's also a volleyball match going on as well, and it's pink out night, so I've been trying to look and see for any scoring update on any of the Tongi High School social media pages. Haven't been able to find one yet. As the Chieftains looking to bounce back, dropping the match on Tuesday at Louisburg, 3-1. McWilliams back in, Weiser back out. If things can hold on here, he will be the big reason why the Chieftains will win this match here. His goal coming at the 18th minute of the second half. I guess it would technically be the 62nd minute. I guess it would.
Right.
It would be. Collision there near the 50. Albert and White. Now maybe with some momentum, but Moreno coming out the box and booting it back up in the air. And the Chieftains get the ball back on their side. Coming and running down is Lindholm. He's not going to get there in time. We are closing in on 7 minutes left to play. Chieftains a 1-goal advantage, just trying to hold on here. And they're in the middle of a 3-match week. This past Tuesday, they dropped their match 3-0 against Bishop Miege. They have the advantage here right now, and now just a little under 7 minutes away from a victory, and before they have a match coming up against KC Christian on this Saturday. Tripped up and hitting the feet on turf. That was Cater Albert. Good sportsmanship. Don Minster getting the feet tangled up, helping him up off the pitch. Has a look, lets it fly, and
a little wide.
A little high and wide to the right.
Substitution for the Chieftains, number 6, Andrea Columbano.
Kick it away from the end zone, headed out by the Chieftain defense. Still loose for the moment. Wildcats trying to show some sense of urgency here, trying to get back on the attack and try to tie this thing up. The Chieftains just simply not allowing them to do it.
Time called by the official.
That was stoppage. Looks like we had a player shaken up from Louisburg. And they will be checked out of the ball game, presumably for the rest of the remaining time. Just a little over 5 minutes. Clock is stopped. 5 minutes, 10 seconds right now.
Cody Courtney.
We'll get it running back on here on the score bug as that play, that throw-in goes wide.
Substitution for the Chieftains, number 29, Ethan Butler.
The clock's still not running. Here we go. So now officially, Chieftains under 5 minutes away from claiming the victory here tonight. Wildcats still trying to make something happen here up along that right side, carrying it back over towards the middle. McRae and company on defense. And saved out by Moreno. Oh my goodness, that's really it's the only time he's ever had to sweat it out in the box there, but comes away with a huge save. But Louisburg back on the attack. White trying to come back over the middle, but right at Jackson McWilliams. Patient dribbling up the sideline. Columbano trying to go back to McWilliams, but taken away by Blue. Could you imagine if you were a Louisburg fan or one of the players right now, as that shot on goal looked like there was a little bit of chaos there, and that It was all setting up right there. You got the traditional, secondary goalkeeper in there for Tongi. You think that's your chance to try to tie this game up, and instead he takes it in right into his chest and holds on to it and clears out in perfect time. That was a big one for Jose Moreno in his young varsity career, still only a junior. Still have some problems with the clock here. See where they want it set at.
Yeah, it's running again at 3:26.
We're heading towards 3 minutes here, and time is really running out for Louisburg. McRae just lets that one go.
Good steal.
Just kind of kicking it up the way there. I think just kind of stalling, trying to milk this clock as much as they can. Yeah, great defense, Lachlan McRae. Not giving Feldkamp a chance to try to blow by him and get a good look at the goal.
2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm. Throw in towards the middle, and it goes well wide left of the goalpost.
Louisburg corner kick.
Chieftains need to stave off this corner kick.
It's now or never here for the Wildcats.
Yep.
Making it happen, just to deflect it again into the net. It'll stay. No, it'll be favor of Tongi. Tongi here, you just need to try to find a way to just get it out of the zone here. Under a minute left to go. Wildcats probably the final gasp that they have here. See, that goes out of play. Last out on Louisburg in favor for Tongi on the throw in.
30 seconds remaining.
Poked away by McWilliams. Still down on this end. Not advanced yet. Here it is. So it goes out of play. Collision near the line there. Wildcats coming away with it for the moment. They got to go here. They got to go. They got to go. Corner kick. Will they get it in on time? No, they will not. This game is over. Chieftains victorious 1-0 against Louisburg.
Thanks to everyone for coming out this evening. The Chieftains will be on the road on Saturday at Johnson County Community College, taking on Kansas City Christian School.
So we got kind of exciting there towards the end. It was probably the one great shot on goal from the Wildcats, but they couldn't make it happen. A great save from Jose Moreno, excuse me. And the lone goal of the night belonging to number 27, Emery Weiser, the junior for the Chieftains, comes up clutch. sealing this victory for the Chieftains. And now the match on Saturday will be the rubber match. They've had 3 matches so far. They lost their first on Tuesday against Miege. They won tonight 1-0 against Louisburg, and now they take on KC Christian on Saturday at Johnson County Community College. And if they can get a win there, it'll be a 2-1 week for this Chieftain squad. And now, while we have a moment, let's take a look and see what is coming up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. This is pretty much your layout for the rest of the regular season on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Obviously, we got the football game tomorrow night. The week after that, back home on senior night against Eudora. As the Chieftains host the Cardinals. As we see the Tonga players coming over, giving their ovation to the fans here, giving them thanks for coming out and supporting them this evening. And then the next soccer match will be taking place October 17th, as well as volleyball on the 17th. Soccer will be back on the pitch. That'll be their senior night. A lot of fun and festivities in place. I've heard about a couple of them, and it is going to be an exciting night. Come out and support in person if you can, but if not, catch the action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. You don't want to miss it. And volleyball, I believe their senior night as well. It's here the 17th or the 12th, but I believe here on the 17th at home against the Mill Valley Jaguars. And then football closes out the regular season on October 20th at Ottawa, and then it's playoff time for everybody outside of that. So that is the rest of the regular season, and then to be determined any postseason coverage that we have here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Hopefully we have a lot. I want to call a postseason soccer match and a volleyball sub-state and see the Chieftains make a run into November on the football field. You know, it's a lot of good opportunity coming up here, a lot of meat on that bone for these athletic teams. But
yeah, we had the privilege of calling a state championship game in baseball a couple of years ago. Man, was that fun.
Yeah, back in the 2021, 2022 school year, and yeah, that was a fun trip without a doubt. And now the restrictions being lifted, so whenever there's these playoff events from Acacia, we are no longer barred, or any school is barred from having their own team come and cover that sporting event. So if any of these, if soccer ever has a home playoff match, or if there's any, nearby volleyball sub-state, obviously the football playoffs will be going as well. But, we're here, we got the time, and hopefully we get to cover them.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So the Chieftains get the win tonight. It was, I believe the theme was PJ night here. You got pink out night and volleyball, I know that, but the most important takeaway, Tonga gets the victory tonight, 1-0 against Louisburg. So we got one more to go here this week on Tonganoxie Sports Live as we close out Wildcat Week. Again, tune in tomorrow night starting at 6:30 with postseason coverage with me and Dennis Drennan here as we break down the Louisburg versus Tonganoxie football match, number 3 and number 4 in Louisburg and Tonganoxie respectively, and all of 4A. There's also some other great matchups going on across the class as far as just big-time matchups. It's a good night for some Friday Night Lights tomorrow night. It's going to be beautiful weather. It's going to be a beautiful matchup, a great matchup. Hopefully a lot of people come out, but if they can't, tune in and hopefully listen to you and I call a football game, because I'm looking forward to it. I've had it scheduled. I've had it circled on my calendar now ever since they came out. I said if both teams stay healthy and everything goes right, that potentially could decide the Frontier League champion, and it very well could.
Yep, good.
Whether it goes in Tongi's way, Louisburg's way, you also got Spring Hill in the mix as well. But
well, not only that, but for seeding for postseason,
absolutely,
it's huge for that as well.
Yep. So we got all that, plenty more to dive into. Just a little under 24 hours from now, again starting at 6:30. We'll have that pregame coverage kickoff as always at 7 o'clock. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight here on a special Thursday night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live on the soccer pitch. I'm Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. We are signing off, and we will see you tomorrow night at 6:30 here on your home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.